Well, I think judging by how obscure the teams we are playing against in the league phase of the Conference League, this should be a walk in the park. Hello, welcome to part 35 of the Hollywood Dream, and coming up in today's episode, we do have our first ever Conference League fixtures in the league phase, and they will be up against Sturmgrush and Hammarby. So since the last episode, we've only played what has it been, like 5 games, 4 games, 4 games, and they were unfortunately a 3-1 defeat to Liverpool. Darwin Nunez absurdly getting a hat trick. Daniel Muller did get a goal in that game. Then we thrashed Peterborough 5-0 in the third round of the Carabao Cup to set us up nicely with a fourth round tie against Southampton. Drew 1-0 against Crystal Palace, then we did smash Norwich City 5-3 with Daniel Muller scoring an absolute wonder of a free kick goal. So the league table does currently us. We are fourth in the league, only 2 points behind Arsenal, which when we draw and lost the game, I thought we would have been at least 4 or 5 points off by now. But no, it's still very, very tight. We could potentially win the Premier League this year. I'm not looking that far ahead, but it's definitely a possibility. There was some late transfer business. Liverpool met the release clause of Morgan Rogers, which was 18 million. I kind of forgot we had a release clause, which kind of a bit upsetting, but he went to Liverpool for 18 million, 6.75 million brought in, so that's a 12 million pound profit. Then to replace him, we have brought in Marin Sotacek. He's a Croatian left winger and right winger, but we brought him in to play on the left hand side. 4 stars of current ability, good Premier League player, and he comes in from Basel for 52 million pounds. I think, I mean, when you have a minimum free release cost 160 million, you know he's going to be a good player. And at only 23 years old, he is literally just going to get better and better, and I'm quite excited about that. The future is very bright here at Wrexham, very bright indeed. So the lineup for our match against Grash, our first ever game, well, technically, well, first proper game in the Conference League. The playoff doesn't count. So it's Henderson in goal, a back four of no, just no. That's better. So we've got back four of Kone, Bieha, Mepham and Talby, Irving and Taylor in the midfield. Irving is pretty much my first choice playmaker. I've literally gone off Ceballos. He just gives the ball away too many times. He's gone in January. Then we've got Bukvich on the right, Montserrat in the middle, Sosacek on the left. Then we've got Resio up front. Muller, why is Muller not playing? It's a Conference League. We should be winning these games fairly comfortably. If it does go pear-shaped by half-time, obviously we will get on Daniel Muller in the second half, but hopefully we don't have to resort to that, because I do want to try and keep him fit. He's already had one injury this year, albeit not very serious, only out for like a couple of games, or one game at least. So hopefully that's all the games he misses. Bukvich I think he tried to play the ball over to Talby, but it wasn't near enough pace on that pass. But Sosacek has got the ball. Montserrat, it's supposed, and we still have the ball with Irving. Has got the ball, plays the ball back to Mep and Bieha. I think he was looking to chip the ball into the box, but the highlight just completely abruptly ended. Kone plays the ball to Bukvich. Now we have the chance to cross it. Sosacek at the back post couldn't quite get his head onto it, but Talby has got the ball, crosses it. Bukvich at the back post. Kone with the strike finds the bottom left-hand corner. That's his first goal for Wrexham. And with 10 minutes played, we are 1-0 up against Grash in our first ever league phase game in the Conference League. I think, judging by some of the teams in this competition, it should, I mean, like I said in the intro, this league phase should be a walk in the park. I mean, judging by some of the teams who played, I've never even heard of any of them. I mean, Grash is probably the only team I've heard about. Apart from that, I haven't really heard of anyone else. There are some big teams in this, like such as Rennes, Club Rouge, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Hoffenheim. Then there's just teams that are just like, what are they doing playing in Europe? I know what the Conference League is for. It's the teams that aren't good enough for Europa League and Champions League. The teams that are, yeah, they're basically rubbish. But they want to have a European competition for all the rubbish teams. We're not rubbish. We're going to absolute rob this competition. I reckon we are going to, I wouldn't say win it, but we will get to the latter stages. Bukvich has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to the mighty boys in red. The boys from Wrexham. Absolute superb. This is lovely. This is really, really good. Who else? Who else is in this? Because the match really isn't important at this stage. Just really 2-0. I doubt Sturm Graz are going to get a goal this game. They might get one goal. They're certainly not going to make a comeback. Bukvich has the chance to shoot. Come on, Bukvich. And it's 3-0. Is that his second goal of the game? Yes, it is. Absolutely wonderful. I wasn't really expecting this sort of start, but it's been absolutely brilliant to watch. I mean, I wasn't really expecting this to happen. I didn't really know what to expect in the Conference League, of what sort of competition we were going to be facing, because I've never played in the Conference League. I don't like the Conference League. I think it's a waste of time, but we've got to play in it because we qualified for it. Resio has the chance to whip in the corner. Hopefully it's a good delivery. It is. Irving couldn't quite get his head onto it. Talby, I thought Talby was going to line up a shot. Irving, he might have also had the shot, but the highlight does pick it out. A couple minutes left to play of the first half. Still currently 3-0 up against Sturm Graz quite comfortably, because, to be honest, they don't look like getting any goals anytime soon. Monster at Resio is through a goal. He puts it wide. Daniel Muller would score that. I put money on that. He would definitely score that. And I mean, that's a respectable scoreline at half time. Very, very good indeed. Hopefully we can get at least another goal before this game ends. Hopefully. Right, I think probably give it another 5-10 more minutes, so we will make some changes. Kone has picked up a knock, so we should probably get him off. We'll get on Harvard Bellis. We're not going to worry about switching them too, because he needs minutes playing that centre back. He does. Sotacek is going to make way for Moretti. I think that's probably all we shall do there for now, with 30 minutes left to play. Sturmgrash with the throw in, and I don't think it's going to lead to much, but they do have the ball. They enter the box now. William Boving has put the ball into the back of the net to get Sturmgrash their first goal of the day. It's just sloppy. It's very, very sloppy. I think we could have done a little bit better defensively, but it's one goal. We were already 3-0 up, so I guess it's fine. As long as they don't score any more goals, and I'm fine with just conceding one goal. As long as we win the game, that's all that matters. But I think this is probably, out of the 6 games we play, I think this is probably the most difficult game, and we're making light work. I don't know what the other scorelines are going to be in any of the other games. I suspected they're going to be quite high scoring. I'm talking at least 7-8-0 wins, I reckon. Harvard Bellis has the chance to cross it. He does it back to Bukvich. Enters the box. Goes alone, and it has taken a deflection. It did take a deflection. I didn't see one, but it has gone out for a corner. Irving grips in. Harvard Bellis tries to connect with the header, but unfortunately, he might have made contact, but I think the defender just about got in the way of him. Irving is going to make way for Sherman Barbas. Will move Taylor into the playmaker role. Talby is going to make way for Centals, and I think we'll just leave that as it is for now, with one substitution remaining. Taylor and Bukvich are both looking very shattered, but we can only get off one of them, obviously. Babic plays the ball back to the Sturmgrash defender. Are we going to get another goal? Taylor has got the ball, plays the ball to Moretti, and that's a very poor control, that is. Barbas has the chance to shoot. Willie, he doesn't. Centos. Moretti, Barbas puts it wide of the goal. How does he put it wide from there? He had all the space to aim at, and he puts it just wide of the post. Unbelievable, that is, but he's only young. he will learn from that mistake, that miss. And Daniel Muller is going to come on for the final couple of minutes. I think he was about to take the corner. And with 4 minutes left to play, we are comfortably leading Stonecrash 3-1. Hopefully there is time for one more goal. Mepham plays the ball to centres. Come on, Barbas. Come on, this is looking very promising. Howard Bellis crosses it, and Daniel Muller. Oh my good God, I thought that was in the back of the net. Thought that was going to be a fourth goal for the mighty Wrexham, one of the best teams in the country. Taylor. Daniel Muller has got the ball. Now we have the chance to get a fourth goal. Moretti, come on. This is looking wonderful. Centres. Daniel Muller, come on. Bellis, oh, you've got to be kidding me. How is it not 4-1? We've had so many decent chances, yet we can't seem to put the ball into the back of the net this half. I mean, I'm glad we got the goals in the first half, but 25 shots, 9 on target. Should have got at least a fourth goal there in that second half, but got the 3 points. Very good win in our first ever league phase game in the Conference League. So obviously we've got 2 Premier League games off camera. Hull City, Aston Villa should be 2 fairly simple wins because they are rock bottom of the league. Then hopefully it's another Conference League win, this time against Hammarby. Well, you'll be pleased to know that we did win one of our 2 off-camera Premier League games, and that was a 2-0 win against Hull City. We also had a friendly because we had a month-long international break. Absolute ridiculous. It caused all sorts of carnage, multiple injuries. Wasn't a fan of it. We unfortunately lost 2-1 to Aston Villa. Marlon Gusto getting a pretty serious injury. He's going to be out for till the next transfer, and they're out for 3 to 4 months, which isn't ideal, but we do have Kone who can step up. I mean, Yehan might have to just become a right back again. Might have to scrap him becoming a centre back, but they will play Kone. Obviously, if Kone gets injured, we are absolutely screwed. Then if Yehan gets injured, then we're screwed again. Yeah, that's about it. Like Premier League table wise, still looking very, very good. 8 games gone, still the 3rd in the table. I mean, it is still very tight between, well, not between us and top of the league, but the teams below us. There's like 3 points separated. 3rd to 13th, that is Crystal Palace. Is absolutely ridiculous how tight it is. I hope there's, by the next episode, there should be a bit of a gap, but obviously next Conference League game against Hammarby. This is the lineup. We've got Henderson in goal, a back 4 of Kone, Howard Bellis, Edgar and Santos, Irving and Taylor in the midfield. They've got Sheehan on the right hand side, Kabangu on the left, Sotochek on the... No, Kabangu's in the middle, Sotochek is on the left. They've got Daniel Muller up front. See if he can carry on his goal scoring form. He hasn't really got too many goals in the past couple games, but hopefully he can get a few today. I'm not sure how good Hammarby are in their country that they play in. Where are they actually from? Should probably check this out before. They play in Sweden, the Swedish First Division. Are they the best team in there? No, they're not. That's why they're in the Conference League. So if they were best team in there, they'd be in the Europa League or Champions League, not the Conference. So they're probably like 4th or 5th best team in Sweden. So I reckon this should be a very simple game, I hope. Unless we get any injuries, then it might be problematic. But I don't like this pitch. This pitch feels very, very tight and compact. Not very wide. But it doesn't matter because Kaishel Kabangu has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 just inside the 3rd minute. I think I've got a prediction here. This is going to be an absolute goal fest. This could be a very long game with a lot of highlights, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, the less of the highlights, the better, in my opinion. Sheehan has got the ball, plays the ball to Irving. Sheehan, come on, back to Taylor. Kone again, come on. That's a lovely ball over to Daniel Muller, who puts the ball into the back of the net for his 8th goal of the season. I tell you what, I didn't realise he had 8, but he's been performing well. I tell you what, if he could carry on scoring like this in the Conference League, he will get 20 goals. I just wish he'd start scoring in the Premier League. Maybe he's not up that standard yet. Maybe he's not world class just yet, but he will get there eventually. He is a very good striker with a very bright future ahead of him, whether that's for us Wrexham or somebody else, preferably for us. I don't think he's going to be going there anywhere anytime soon, considering the fact he is going to become homegrown. Those are the players I do kind of want to keep hold of, so the likes of Daniel Muller, I'm not sure who else. Obviously, Barbas can become homegrown. Kone, I think that's MBE. Those are the players that can become homegrown. I definitely don't want to be selling them anytime soon unless we get any more like Wonderkids potentially in January. Right, we've got 15 minutes left to play of the first half. Still the 2 goals just for us so far. It's been a bit quiet after the good goals from Kabangu and Daniel Muller. Very quiet, but hopefully we can get at least a couple more goals in the second half, which whether or not we need them, it remains to be seen. If Hammerby decide to score a goal or two, we might have to up our game. But at the moment, they haven't really created too many chances. So I suggest we probably do have this game well and truly wrapped up. Kabangu, sort of check. Daniel Muller through on goal again, and he puts the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the day. What is he doing? He's offside. He's not offside. Oh, he was offside. I didn't see the liner put his flag up, so I presumed it was going to count. How tight was it? Very, very tight. I think he could have held his run for a couple more seconds, and he still would have got to the ball ahead of the Hammerby defender, because he's got bags of pace. He's much better than that. He shouldn't be being caught offside so easily. Right, we are going to make a couple of changes. Sosticek is going to make way for Moretti. I think we will. Let's get on Beha for Harwood Bellis so he can continue his training to become a ball-playing defender. He's now a 2-star defender. I tell you what, it is working. It is working. If there is potential, might have taken a bit of an impact. He will become homegrown at club. So as long as we keep him, we'll be fine in terms of registrations. So I think that's all the changes we do. I'm not sure when he actually becomes homegrown at the club. I don't think it's the end of this year. I think it's the end of the following season. So 2030, I think we have a whole host of players that have become homegrown at the club, which will be very good in terms of Champions League registration and Europa League, whatever registration we need to complete. As Alan Sheehan has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-0 to the mighty Wrexham FC. Absolutely superb. This is a thing of beauty. How are we still not top of the league? What goal difference has Wolfsburger got and Rennes? It's just insane. Edgar has got the ball. They should probably make a couple more changes. We are going to get on Minnow. Maybe not. Maybe not. He is looking a bit shattered. We might get him on with a couple minutes left to play. Kabangu is going to make way for Montserrat, who I think might end up leaving us in the summer. His potential has dropped down massively. Josh Taylor is going to make way for Sherman Barbas, who I'm hoping, I think in the near future, I'm not sure whether it be maybe this season or the following season. I think I am leaning towards starting to play a midfield partnership of Josh Taylor as the playmaker, Barbas as the Messiah. I think that could be the future of the midfield, because Irving and Ceballos definitely, I don't think they are good enough. So I think we might potentially try and try that in a few of the Conference League games. We won't do that in the Premier League because don't want to experiment in the Premier League just yet. Right, 5 minutes left to play. We are 4-0 up. Who's got that 4th goal? Hammerby have got a goal back. Edwin Anderson, I believe a former Chelsea player? He did play for Chelsea, Edwin Anderson, didn't he? Yeah, and played for Chelsea now at Hammerby, signed on a free transfer. I think he used to be a good player, a very good youth player. I don't know if he is now. Right, Talby is going to come on for the final 4 minutes of additional time. Don't think we're going to do anything. And it is another win in the Conference League. A 4-1 win over Hammarby of Sweden. And that is what I like to see. Obviously, we do play another Swedish side, AIK, that's coming up next. We're not going to be playing the next two games off camera. We will be coming back for our final Conference League fixtures. I know it's a bit of a jump, but don't really miss too much football. We only missed 7 Premier League teams. I'm not really fussed about the Premier League this year. As long as we do well in the Conference League, I think we'll be fine. As long as we pick up a couple wins in the Premier League here and there, I think we'll be all good. So I'll see you all in the next episode for our next Conference League fixtures. And they will be up against Neftchi and Odd. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.